What's going on, YouTube? You guys are watching Boxing Talk with Shaka Waka. What's going on, everybody? Hey, I just want to talk about this little back and forth thing that Gary Russell Jr. and Devin Haney seem to have going on. But before I get into that, I want to say thank you to everybody who comes and likes and comments on my videos, man. Shout out to all my subscribers and to the whole LDBC. Y'all the real ones, man. Now let's go ahead and speak on this. So, I just put a video last night asking, like, why is nobody taking Gary Russell Jr. seriously? And here comes Devin Haney. He's the first one, to actually call Gary Russell on his shit. And I commend him for it. You know what I'm saying? I commend him for it. Fracas foremost, he actually predicted that. He said that he thought Devin Haney was going to be the one to step up first. And looky here. But, so, the thing is that Gary Russell Jr., as you all know, he was calling out Terrence Crawford. He said that he would take that 1.5 that he was offering Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? But then Devin Haney comes down and was like, hey, I'll fight you and I'll pay you 1.5. I've got the 1.5. And so Gary Russell puts out a response saying, like, yo, that 1.5 was for Terrence because this shit is personal. With you, is business. We ain't got no beef or no shit like that. So this is business, and I'll beat your ass for $2 million. Which, personally, I don't think is a problem. You know what I'm saying? At least they don't have to stop there. They could like negotiate something. Maybe go to like 1.75 or some shit like that. Because how I see it, I saw the Kell Brook offer as a low ball. You know what I'm saying? That 1.5 for Kell Brook is a low ball. And so him taking that was to show that it really was personal with Terrence Crawford. That's why I'm like, Terrence Crawford, you gotta do something about this, because he keeps calling you out steadily and he wants 1.5 million, which is just ridiculous for Gary Russell Jr., who is the longest reigning champion in his weight class. You know what I'm saying? That's low as hell. For that does not apply to Devin Haney. Devin Haney wasn't in that little spat. You know what I'm saying? Whatever background that Terrence Crawford and Gary Russell Jr. had in the amateurs, that has nothing to do with Devin Haney. $2 million is still kind of low for what these boxers are making, especially for them to both be champions and shit. So I don't think the $2 million is unreasonable. You know what I'm saying? I think they need to figure it out or negotiate or do some shit. It doesn't have to stop here. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to stop here. Just like with the Keith Thurman and Terrence Crawford situation. Like he said Keith Thurman wanted $10 million. Well, why I gotta stop there? Y'all could negotiate it down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can negotiate it down. But like I said before, that 1.5 offer to Kell Brook was a low ball offer. You know what I'm saying? And it said that they wanted $4 million. So that was, that they are about to fight for 1.5 million. So I don't think anybody should at this point. If Lomachenko can reduce his pay to get Teofimo Lopez where he wanted to be at that $2 million, I don't see why these other boxers can't do that if they really want to fight. The problem is, though, I don't get this overpricing shit nonsense, cause you can always negotiate. Devin Haney said overpricing is the new ducking. Well, that's the only if you don't want to talk it through. If you just want to say, like, this is it, like, I'm giving you this and that's it, like, you didn't want to fight in the first place. That's how I feel. $2 million, that's not bad. Like, I feel like they can work it out. And I feel like this will be a bomb-ass fight. People are going to tune in, you know what I'm saying? Because these two fighters right here, Devin Haney and Gary Russell Jr., they've literally been calling out everybody, and nobody wants to fight them. So if they fight, man, of course, we are all going to tune in. And on top of that, Gary Russell and Devin Haney have been all in the media because, like I said, they've been getting ducked and calling out everybody. So they're what's hot right now. There was people... They are who people are talking about right now. Devin Haney and Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell more so, but also Devin Haney, And just, I think they need to make it happen. I don't see why they need to be going back and forth on Twitter and shit, because this is not a hard fight to make. Gary Russell really isn't asking for that much, if you want to be technical. Like, he's really not. And by the way, I got Devin Haney winning that fight. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be a good thing for Devin Haney, because that's a real step up for him. And I got him winning just by his dimensions alone, because, you know, Gary Russell is smaller. But it ain't like Gary Russell can't give him a good fight. You know, Gary Russell can't give him a good fight because of his speed. But like I said, man, they just need to go ahead and make it. All this back and forth of overpricing and da-da-da-da-da. Just get it done. Gary Russell said it's not personal with you. It's business. Oblige the man. Oblige the man. Y'all ain't got no beef before that, so just oblige the man. Give him his money and y'all fight. Like, y'all can make bread together. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching. Peace.